bitch, I'm bad. Bad to the bone. Coca-Cola shape, ass eating up the thong. Yeah, my skin tight jeans, Chanel's for the girls and glittery things. I'm gorgeous. Drop top Porsche. 5-star chick, all my meals full courses. Bad. Bankless, miss money long. I'm giving them hell 7 days a week. Drop a bag in Chanel, my GL on my feet. I got stumpers, I can never be discreet. I'm a wife, but I'm still in the street.
I'm bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bone. What's going on? How are you?
Nice to see you.
Look at you.
Thank you.
You are fab.
It's Miss Money Line.
Look at you, saucy. Little something. You buy me something saucy? I mean, I'm used to buying the, I'm the giver.
Me too.
Is that the Libra shit?
Yeah.
It's the Libra in us.
Libra shit. I just bought Caresha a pair of red bottoms like she my girlfriend.
I mean, I've been buying some dudes some stuff lately. That's what I've been.
They can get a little something.
Look at this store, it's cute.
Yeah, so this is where the fab girls have been in the shopping.
Okay.
So it got like the exclusive stuff. Like you can come here and get Brig, Batman, Marie Sierra. Like it kind of have a little bit of stuff that you can't get at like Lennox and Saks. So like, I love Rick Owens. Normally I'm Rick down, but we don't have a Rick Owens store here.
Okay.
So when I go shop Rick, I have to go to either Miami, LA, or New York.
I know.
So I could come here to get my Rick Owens.
Yes.
It's kind of like it's
I love it.
A little something like the Webster, but we just got a Webster.
Okay.
This right here, this is what it's.
Is it unisex or is it just like?
So this is the men's side over here.
Okay.
All this is men's and women's.
So what should I get? Like, what would you if you were dressing Carlos King?
Oh, I'm playing you in Rick.
No, you got. Okay, what we got?
This give me you right here.
Okay, hold on. I like this. Okay, hold on. Let me try it on, baby. Is it giving boss?
Yes.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, that's sickening.
Is it?
Yes. Look in the mirror.
Okay, this is bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone.
I like this.
That eat no shade.
Okay, but how much is it?
Ooh,
do we look at price tags?
I normally don't, but sometimes I will because I'll get carried away and then I just rush over like, 22. I'm like 22 what? 2200? No, 22,000.
Okay, wait. We about to see.
I know, Rick. That's got to be like a good 3-4.
You know, I got my readers on. So what is it giving?
Let me see.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding. 3,600.
3,600.
I told you.
So this is 3,600.
I know my Rick, but that's a piece.
It's a piece.
That's a piece.
Okay, so raindrops. Let me know if y'all think I should cop this. I like this though, baby.
No, I really do like that.
I may have to walk out with this.
And they be having more sizes and stuff too. So
I like this. Okay, so we'll look into this.
See, because you have like more classy events and stuff. See, I would have probably did this one.
I like a bomber. That is so you. That is like with a Cuban link. I can see you in this.
That's very much me.
I can't take my man here, child.
But you know what? this is about me. So Marie Sierra is T, and it's not like it don't be that expensive. Like probably this top. Yeah, 650.
650.
650, and then the little matching sweats.
All right. I got a little something.
Exactly, the matching sweats. 815. So that's
not bad. That's a little 1,500.
Exactly. Boom.
That ain't bad.
You don't feel like, oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, boom.
Okay. Listen, you have introduced me to. Hold on, baby. This one caught my eye though.
That's sickening. And see, they have like exclusive brands. Some of the brands I don't even be knowing about.
I like
you too.
Yes.
Okay, no, I like.
Wait, hold on. This is a little zipper. Okay, wait. This is cute too.
That's cute.
All right, Atlanta.
Yes.
Look at Saucy.
That's where the pieces be. And they even got baby clothes. I bought Dream Dog, her newborn, some bricks from here.
So you're like everyone's favorite gunkle. They just love you, baby. This is so cute.
Yes, they got the pieces here.
Well, all this money making with your music, you are like the #1 TikTok.
Tana Talk.
You call it Talent Talk?
Tana Talk. It's called Tana Talk.
Talent Talk.
No, Tana. So Santana just.
Oh, Tana Talk!
That's what it's called. My app.
You are killing it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got all this money. And you don't need no discounts, okay?
But I'm not above a discount.
At all, baby, at all. Now listen, we're about to get into Tana talk, and we're about to talk about you, because I need to know what's going on, okay?
Okay, period.
Look at this. This is giving grease.
Yes.
So listen, before we get started, I do want to say this to you. Mm-hmm. As your gay godfather,
yes,
I want you to know this, and I mean this with every single fiber of my being. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
I really, really am. You are becoming, in my opinion, you are becoming a superstar right before our eyes because you are authentically being you.
Yeah.
And as a gay boy who grew up in the 80s where I couldn't be myself,
yes,
and it was dangerous to be myself,
still is.
You know, it still is to some degree, right? I applaud you and your generation for living your life loud and proud and not giving. And you are funny. You are a bad bitch.
Thank you.
You are everything that I will say this. I feel like my generation, you know, we sort of like walked and you are running. And I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And that's why I reached out and I'm like, I slid in his DMs. Okay. I'm like, oh, I love you so much. So I said, can I interview you? And immediately he's like, yes, let's figure it out. Yeah. And that happened like 2 weeks ago. So thank you so much for saying yes to this. And I just want you to know this conversation for me is not only for me to get to know more about you, but it's also for my audience to get to know like who you really are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you feel?
I'm good. I'm excited. I was like, I'm glad I caught it because I stream a lot on TikTok, so I really don't even be on Instagram. So I was like, oh shit, Carlos on the video. I was like, oh yeah.
Yay. For sure. So let's take it back a little bit. Like, where are you from? Like, did you know as a little black boy that you were meant to be like famous?
I didn't ever think I was gonna be famous. As I got older, I really thought I was gonna be like work for celebrities. I didn't know that I was gonna be the celebrity, you know? Yeah. But I've always had this personality. I've always like everybody attracts to me. Even since I was a kid going through middle school, high school, grade school, like I was always lovable. I was always funny. I was always myself. Like I was always stylish. I was always witty. I always had a way of work. I just always been me. And so, you know, once I did come into being a celebrity, I was like, I mean, okay, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah. And what was interesting about your story that I read was when you came out, your father was cool with it, but your mother just wasn't at that time. So talk to me about that.
So at that time, I came out at like 17. I remember they had this. Remember the show True Life?
Of course.
So I think this is like Facebook days. They had a little like a meme that said True Life, I'm bisexual. So I remember on my 17th birthday, I posted it on Facebook, and I was like, okay, boom, this is me coming out. I really wasn't bisexual, but I was trying to like
ease it way into it.
Ease it in. And so I remember being in school and like girls still wanted to be my girlfriend. I was like, did I just say I like boys? Like they were still, I was like, you know, girls is really something else. Girls don't be mine. That's conversation for another time. And so I was like, okay, let me spice it up then. So I started getting into my girl pieces. You know what I'm saying? Going to Forever 21s and Charlotte Russe and West Seal, boosting my and stuff. Going to school with my makeup done. And
would you do it at home and then go to school, or would you?
No, I would have to sneak.
Yeah,
I would have to sneak. I would have to hire all my girl pieces. I would have to do my makeup at school. My mom. And so I remember like during my graduation, I had my little cheetah print tank top, bitch, my Bermudas, my combat boots. That's back when we tie-dye our clothes. I had to bleach my jeans by myself and cut them up. And I had on my pearls and my eyeshadow and my MAC. I had on that loud ass pink lipstick like Nicki Minaj. And my mom was just like, she was mortified. And my daddy, I still to this day don't know, because my mom and my dad was beefing at the time, like they was going through a divorce. So I really don't. I still like question: did he accept it to spite my mom, or did he accept it really because like my dad really raised me? I was really raised, like a boy, and so like I'm not one of the gays that put in females. I never fought a girl a day in my life. I've read a few bitches before, but I think that for my dad, he always say like, I know that I raised you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're tough. You gay, straight, polka dot. You ain't gonna let nobody play with you. And no niggas finna try you. You ain't going. So I think that kind of gave him like a sister comfort. Like, I feel like you see it as a kid. Parents sometimes say denial, but you see as a child.
Yeah.
He gonna be gay when he get older. So, I think he just took it a little lighter.
Were you always a feminine boy?
Yes.
Yeah. And
when I was little, I used to get in trouble for playing with Barbie dolls. I always wanted to be with my girl cousins. I used to get caught twerking like that. Playing house, I was the mama.
So typically in our generation, right, in terms of like growing up with Black parents, oftentimes it's your mom who is the one to protect you and the one who immediately accepted it. What was your mother's initial reaction? Did she find it on the Facebook post? Did you tell her I'm bisexual?
Initially, the first time she found out, my cousin spilled my tea. I had told one of my other cousins, that I was like messing with boys and stuff, because I thought he was LGBT too. And so he ended up just being messy, telling his mama. His mama ended up telling her mama, which is my grandma's sister. And then one day I just came home, I think from school. I came home from somewhere. And when I walked in the house, my grandma and my auntie was sitting there. They was looking crazy. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? But at this time, I was already smoking weed. So I'm like, they finna give me a lecture. Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm high, don't blow my shit. So I'm walking out, and they just looking. I'm like, what? What? Because at this time, I'm like, I got my Visine, my eyes ain't red. I done sprayed on my perfume. What? And my girl just busted out. She was like, you can suck it if you think nobody don't know. I was like, no. Grandma? Yes. I gagged. I was like, wait, hold up. What are you talking about? I'm like, huh?
Were you at the time?
Gag. I was. I was, grandma. And so once they started telling me, like, once they started talking to me, I'm like, this is stuff that I told my cousin. I was like, wow. So they ended up making me tell my mama then. And, of course, like Black families took me to church, talked to the pastor, all that. And I was like, okay, whatever. Girl, I still kept sneaking to being gay. And then once I turned like 17, I was just like, okay, because I graduated high school at 17. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to graduate. I'm going to be grown. And my mom was like, grown people take care of themselves. As long as you in this house, you're going to, you going to go by these rules. So I was like, okay, watch this. Turned 17, graduated high school. And my mom ended up saying, okay, you out of high school, that's what you want to do? You can't do it here. So I ended up moving to North Carolina with my grandma. My grandma came to Florida to get me. She was like, that's my grandson. I don't care. Ain't nobody mistreating him. Da, 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 da. Girl, I got down there with my grandma. She seen how it was. She was like, ooh, you got to go. I was like, what? Yes, I was me. I'm 17. I was already off the chain. So, I'm dyeing my hair. I got my coochie cutters. I'm wearing heels. I'm wearing dresses. Like, I'm just, I'm being free. I'm being myself. I'm dressing how I want to dress. Got my lashes. everything. So my grandma was like, "Oh no, I didn't." I'm like, so I could laugh at it now, but it was hurtful back then because I'm like, okay, my mama said I gotta go. Now I'm thinking my grandma, she can accept me, she can rescue me. I get ahead now. She's like, oh, you gotta get up out of here too. And so at 17, I was already like living on my own. Me, my cousin Shay, and our homegirl Mariah. At 17, I'm living by myself, like paying adult bills, really already figuring it out.
Where were you working at to pay these bills?
I was doing like fast food jobs, and then in between jobs, it just it really made me grow up because in between jobs, I had to, um, boosting, doing whatever you got to do to get money. If linking up with men, like it was it made me grow up fast. You know what I'm saying? And so, kind of looking back, like it really sometimes I think I'll be over it, and even right now, like it kind of make me emotional talking about it because I just what I had to go through, what I had to experience at 17, all because I just wanted to be gay.
Did an older man take advantage of you?
I mean, you could probably say that. I was willing, I know that. But what as an adult?
Yeah, like when you're 17 years old, you're 18, and you're trying to just survive.
Yes.
Like, or they're like men in their 30s.
Yes,
And
that's what I dealt with. That's what I dealt with. So even then, being 17, being 18, dealing with men 30 from 30 to 50. Like, that's crazy, Niggas is married. And it was just, it was dangerous, but it was what I had to do
to survive. And for me, when I look at you now, what's so interesting is the fact that is what you said. You are being yourself. Mm-hmm. And what I don't think parents understand, and I spoke about this to my father recently too, and we're fine, we're good. But I said this publicly that when I was 12, my father said to me, like, stop acting like a girl, like just stop, right? And how that diminished my confidence. And then at 18, in front of like my siblings, he said, "Are you gay?" And what I don't think parents understand is that it's hard to even say the word gay when you're dealing with the sort of like realization of like I'm gay, which is why I understand you completely when you said, let me say bisexual, because it's an easier way to get into me owning it's whatever. So to know that you obviously felt abandoned by your mother and now it's your grandmother, did you spend nights like crying, or did you use the pain to fuel you like, bitch, you better
fuel the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
It fueled the fuck out of me. I was like, wow, like y'all really mad because I'm just being myself. And I even whatever I had to go through, I was so happy. I was so happy that I was able to walk out the house and be me, whether I wanted to wear a wig, whether I wanted to wear a bra, whether I wanted to wear heels, whether I wanted to wear makeup, whether I wanted to have a haircut, whether I wanted to have my sweatpants. On Tuesday, I want to wear a dress. On Saturday, I want to wear a Nike tag. Whatever I want to do, I'm being myself. And I'm going out into the world as me.
Mm. When you were dealing with these older men, did you sometimes feel like y'all like me in private, but in public, I'm a secret because of you being a feminine man?
Mm-hmm. I learned that early on, like dealing with the trade. I got my heart broke so many times. I lost my virginity to like a down low boy.
How old were you?
I was 18. It was just like, I learned a lot in those younger years. And you know what? Really having a gay family is what saved me. In our world we have our, gay parents and stuff. And so I went through a lot from like 18 to probably 23, 24. I was just wow. I was wow. I was wow. And that actually what taught me a lot about love and a lot about dating, because I was only dating and having sex with these down low, like down low men and stuff. And It was just like, I learned, people got families, or, what I'm saying? Being gay out loud take a lot of courage that a lot of people is not willing to do.
I want to stop you there because I'm your gay godfather. It's one thing to be gay and then to come out and live your life. It's another thing, Santana, to be a feminine gay boy, because that's a whole nother. But it's another thing when you are a feminine gay boy who's also wearing heels and makeup and hair and how society treats you when you're just expressing yourself. So I'm assuming, when it came to the fact that, okay, it's one thing I'm gay, whatever. I'm feminine, fine. But I also want to wear heels and clothes and all that stuff. Did you feel like your own community did not accept you?
Of course. I grew up, when I was growing up, it was no fats, no films. They didn't even play that. So you didn't have a choice but to go to the trade. Because that's who was going for it. That's who was going for drag queens and trans and feminine gay boys. Trade was eating that up. So literally, like, that's who was eating it up. Who was eating it up was the trade. The trade you can have on your wigs, your nails. All of my girl stuff, all of my girl antics I was doing, the trade was there before. My community, absolutely. Especially at my age, when I was like 18, 19, 20 and stuff, it was a no. It was a no. Like, even still in the community, feminine boys are still like shunned and, you know what I'm saying, like frowned upon. So I make sure when I do my shows and stuff, I uplift us. I'll be like, when I do call the people on stage with me, I always make sure I find like those fat feminine boys to come up on stage with me and just like, yeah, now pop it on the ass. Pop it on the ones that think they better than me. Pop it on the ones that think because they got muscles or because they masculine or because, and I still deal with that to this day with dating. That if I'm dating a boy and somebody else is dating a boy, they think that, oh, the boy only using Santana because he's famous or he don't like him for real. Santana got a wig and a beard and he got nails, he got this and that. No, that nigga in love with me, babe. I can't speak for nobody else, but bitch over here, yeah, it goes the fuck down. These niggas be cuckoo for cocoa. So, but that's just how our community is trained. Yeah. So it's like it was trying at first, but I've always just been me and authentic, and I got charm. You can't buy this shit in the store. So it's so crazy because when I talk to different dudes, I be like, so what make you like me? Because when I look at all the other boys you talk to, none of them is like this, and they be like, it's just something about you, like you different, like. You know what I'm saying? Your aura, your energy, your confidence, like you a vibe. I ain't never think I'd talk to nobody, you know what I'm saying, wear nails or wear hair or, whatever like you. But I probably wouldn't like it on nobody else, but I like it on you.
And that's what I love about you. And that's what I love about where we are. I didn't know your generation experienced no fats or no femmes. I thought that was my generation because there was no social media and we had to go on like these websites and you had to select your category, what you were interested in. And when I say to you, it was overwhelmingly no fats and no femmes. And I'm not a fat guy, but I'm a feminine guy. And I also was just wondering, like, well, am I too feminine? Am I masculine enough? And it fucks up your head, and it's it's one of, not the, it's one of the most dangerous things that divide our community. Even today, I can post a cute picture, saucy, and the comments, which I don't mind, I like a joke. I'm a Libra, so I have confidence. But the jokes would be like, Carlos is fine until he opens up his mouth. Or like, it's sort of like trying to find a way to dehumanize the feminine gay boy where you have other feminine gay boys who attack other feminine gay boys, which is strange to me.
You know why?
Tell me.
Because they want to be feminine too.
They want to live in their truth.
They want to be feminine too. All of the boys that I see that have so much to say about gays and them being feminine, they're feminine themselves. First of all, we're gay. Everybody gonna have
baby.
Everybody's it's in us. Everybody's. Even when I date, even though I date masculine boys, I still encourage them to be yourselves. I've dated a boy that he don't wear hair full time, but he sells hair. So sometimes he put a wig on. I've dated boys that got extensions in their dress all the way to their motherfucking ass. I've dated boys that wear purses. Like, even though they masculine, you know what I'm saying? Still, be yourself. It's in you. It's gonna come out. But I've also, like, dated boys, and I've had exes that, have a lot to say about, boys that are feminine. And then when we at home and I hear you on the phone, and I hear your homeboy call you girl and Miss Thing, I'm like, or sis. I'm like, oh, not you, Mr. Masculine.
Yeah.
You Miss Thing, you girl. You sis.
Yes.
Oh, when it's time to read, you. Oh,
baby.
I'm like, oh. So how could I have so much to say about the girls when you one of the girls? Be yourself.
Be yourself. And I feel like a lot of that is in our community. And it's funny because even with dating, I'm newly single. And I'm very honest and I'm an open book like you are. So listen, I grew up, and this is why I love our conversation, because it's two generations, but we also still have commonality in our experience. So look, I understand it though, because growing up, there wasn't any images of openly gay Black men in the media. There wasn't any feminine gay guys to watch. So we grew up as gay boys and teenagers lusting over the masculine men on TV. My first celebrity crush is an 80s rapper. I'm not gonna say his name because that'll be the headline.
Okay.
I understand that there's this sort of like obsession when it comes to gay men and masculine men because that's the only image we have. So I get it. However, the other thing I do get to, because I'm gonna be honest, when you are a masculine gay guy and we're in school and you see the feminine gay boys get teased, you feel like you're superior to them because although you both are gay, you feel like I'm not, in their words, that gay.
Yeah.
And you shun the feminine guys as a kid and you grow up thinking like you're better than them, and it shows up in your relationships, it shows up in your type. Our community, the Black gay community, I love all of us, there is this obsession with masculine men. And that's why a lot of us are single, because we are lusting after a person that doesn't really exist. And when you are obsessive over the masculine man, the masculine gay guy knows he's a dime and he's a rarity, and he plays all of y'all because he knows I'm not to settle with any of you guys because y'all want me. And that's why for me, I started to open up my eyes, Santana. And when I say to you, Carlos King, I love me a feminine boy.
All my boys is bush queens.
I love it. I've been missing out because it's what you said. It's the freedom. I like me a pretty nigga. I like somebody who soft spoken.
Yeah.
Like do this.
You gotta let them be. You gotta let people be themselves.
Yes.
And especially if I'm a man gonna accept me for me. I don't even play that. And I'm gonna ask questions. I'll be like, hey, why you like me? Because you don't even date boys that look like me. So what's up? And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna really be around nigga and get to know him and make sure like, okay, nah, he really fuck with me. And you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, me being feminine, I'm always crack my jokes. Hey, tighten up. Huh? You good? Don't when you get in this club, don't drop down and do no chicken wings. We can do that shit at the house. But you know what I'm saying? It's all keys. Like I done been in the club with a nigga and he done busted us work. I'm like, boy, slow down on them shots. But you know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, you being you. And I gotta respect it because I'ma always be me. I ain't toning it down. I'm not toning it down. Even I've grown to a family, I don't even have to tone it down. So with a man, I'm not.
Good for you. Good for you. Do celebrity men be in your DMs?
Celebrity men, I don't be knowing them people. the blue checks that be in my DM, I be like, who the hell is this? And then you know what's so funny though? I'm so turned off by trade that I be around a lot of and like I just give. And my friends always say like, you ain't see. I'm like, who? They like, you ain't seen it? Like, no. Like I don't even. I'm so like that's they so out of my peripheral. Like I'm not just uninterested that even like celebrity men, celebrity trades, regular trades. I don't even like somebody around me got to tell me like turn the light on, dummy. I'm like, oh, that's like girl, yes. I'm like, oh shit, I'm not a bitch. Swear. Unless you got some money.
You and I share the same experience in terms of we are blessed and fortunate to live a life, Santana, where we are able to have an experience and be around a bunch of different people. And I think because our eyes are open, our imagination, world, and everything is open, that we're no longer has succumbed to what we think is ordinary. And that's why, look, when I look at you and your career, I think what you're doing is super groundbreaking because even like now, you have your own music career. But what's funny is you did start out just doing makeup for people, and that's how you met Caresha, correct? Yeah. So talk to me about that. Like you used as a makeup artist.
Yes, I was so like as I said, when I was already like 17 playing in makeup and stuff like that, I just fell in love with makeup. And my mom was always into makeup when I was a kid. My mom was a Mary Kay beauty consultant. So I used to steal all the products out her inventory, and I used to just play in her makeup, and then I just kept going, kept getting into it. Then getting older, I started meeting other gay friends. They was into makeup, so we teaching each other. We watching tutorials. I'm in the back. Ooh, it used to be bad because I was dark skinned, so learning my right colors, baby. I used to go outside like don't. I did not care. I was so happy. I was beat. My mama your color. So imagine me playing in her shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I'm beat. And I remember used to be like, you look a mess. I'm like, girl, please, you hating on me. And it was so funny because now when I go back, I was like, okay, shoot, even though probably she didn't want me to wear makeup, she was telling the truth. I didn't have my colors and shit right yet, but as I started going into makeup, I took over my city. I'm from a small town, originally Perry, Florida. So Perry is like a very small town. So I started, doing my makeup. Now I'm doing my cousin in makeup. Now, girls like, oh, I need my makeup done. I started doing makeup for like $15. Doing my makeup, all the girls going to the club, they getting their brows, their lashes, everything coming through me. And so as I just started getting better and better and better, I ended up opening my own boutique, Dollhouse Boutique, which Dollhouse Beauty Bar actually. I got it, LLC and everything, which saved me because I was working in the streets, but like I was trapping. So,
you were selling.
I wasn't selling right. I was not that. Selling this pocketbook. I was selling what was in this pocketbook. And so,
just so y'all clear, okay.
At that time, so this is like I was older though. This was before like being 17 and moving. This was like in my later years. And it actually saved me because I remember my mom was so mad. She was like, "You're gonna be just like your daddy," because my daddy was a drug dealer. And so, what I'm saying, going up that path, I've been through a lot. And so going up that path and just like I remember my partner, he had got locked up, and we was like, Bonnie and Clyde, me and him. And so I was like, bitch, I gotta find something else to do for next. And I was like, fuck it. I never stopped doing makeup. Like even when I was trapping, I be customers be pulling up to get served, and I had girls in the back getting their makeup done, which I was running a whole operation. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to just take all my money that I made in the game and I'm going to invest it into getting me a shop. You know what I'm saying? Stocking up my makeup, I started ordering hair. I had girl clothes. Like, it was literally a beauty bar. So you come in, you get your makeup done, you get your eyebrows waxed, you can get an outfit, you can get. I was selling like the little knockoff purses. That's back when like Michael Kors was real big, Louis Vuitton was real big. The Furla bags, like, girl, I had it. And I kept doing that. And then it was like I outgrew my city. Because Perry, Florida is a very small town. So I outgrew the city, and then I was ready to charge more. And you know, when you from in them small cities, when you start saying, you know, $100 makeup or something, they're like, what? I said, oh, listen, I'm not going to stay here and keep doing makeup for $30 and $45, baby. No, absolutely not. So that's why I ended up moving to Tallahassee. And once I moved to Tallahassee, my makeup stuff kept growing. I was working in, me and this girl became friends. I was working in her shop. I think by the time I stopped doing makeup, I was up to probably like, I probably was getting $80 a face, I think. And then I had a bunch of add-ons. So I was up to like $100. I had a bunch of add-ons for everything with the add-on.
For lashes,
to get that good old feeling. And one of my best friends, Tyrese, Young Miami is his cousin. And so they had City Girls that blew up, and they was coming to Tallahassee to do a show. And, you know, he recommended me to do their makeup. And so I did their makeup for the show. And then every time they started coming to North Florida, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Tampa, because you know, they're from Miami. Anytime City Girls would come to North Florida, me and Tyrus would go wherever they was at, and I would do their makeup. And so, you know, going from that and our friendship just blossoming. But even still, when I was doing their makeup, I was still a makeup artist.
That's what happened. So you're doing the City Girls makeup, well, specifically Caresha, right?
It was both of them.
It was both of them. And they blew up like fast. So you were there at the beginning of their success. Were you even surprised how fast it went? Because I'm like,
when they came, I already knew. I was like, oh, they finna be them girls. They finna be them girls. I seen it. But I never thought that I was gonna be coming behind it. I was like, okay, good. These my homegirls, which I'm gonna be like a celebrity makeup artist or something like that. You know? Yeah. And I wasn't even their main makeup artist, but I knew like, okay, I was doing them, and then I had ended up doing Angela Rye makeup. Oh yeah. She had like a conference at FAMU. So that's what I thought. I was like, okay, I can find me a celebrity face, and that's what I'm gonna be. So I'm gonna still be in the areas and stuff like that, but I'm gonna just be the makeup artist. Never thinking I was gonna be a celebrity.
And what was your first big break to where people were now like knowing you?
I was like always like, you know, the people that's like Facebook famous, and I was like lit in Tallahassee. I was like popular. I was Facebook famous. I was lit in the city. And then of course, once I started doing the City Girls makeup, you know, I was like, okay, me and Caresha, you know, going live. Even like our lives and stuff. I don't even think I wasn't even rapping yet. When we was doing our lives and different things like that. And then I released a freestyle to remember Blueface had that song Bust Down Tatiana. I had did a freestyle to that, and it went viral on Facebook. And then in Tallahassee, people like when I would go to the club, the DJs was like start playing the freestyle, and people started like, man, what's the club performing my song? I'm like, oh, hold up. Y'all fucking with that? And me and my friends had a podcast at the time. We would go live on Facebook, and we was like, we need a theme song. So we went to the studio, and we tried to make a theme song for like our little show, and it was called City Boys and the Queen. It was 4 gay boys, and we had 1 trans homegirl. And so once we did that song, people would just be like, I fuck with your verse. I fuck with your verse. Like everything, every little rap thing I was doing, they was eating it up. And so I was like, well, let me really sit down and make a song and, you know what I'm saying, see where it goes. So that's what I did, Walking Like a Dog. I released it July 4th, 2019, and it did 1 million streams in 1 week. That was it.
And you were making your own money off of just doing something that you just...
And literally, I only wanted to rap was for some money. I wanted to rap to do shows. I wasn't even thinking 2025 I'd be here famous as fuck doing an interview with Carlos King. I just wanted to get me a few dollars. I was like, okay, y'all keep asking me for shows. Let me get me a little hit song. I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm charging $1,000 to go to the club and perform my little shit. I wasn't even thinking of it as in longevity.
But I think that's the reason why I and a lot of people are so proud of you, because it's organic. Mm-hmm. And you weren't trying to like be thirsty about it. It was all organic. And your success you own, because it has always been you. And the beauty of you being around the city girls to me is also just being like, okay, you can see your girls winning and you weren't jealous. You weren't envious. You were proud of them, because at the end of the day, you get to see your people win. I remember listening to their first album being like, because I grew up on Salt and Pepper, and I was like, this is, your generation's version of them, but it meets the market in terms of what they're doing now. Then they blew up. Obviously, JT had to turn herself in, and then Caresha was holding it down on every. I feel like Caresha was on everybody's feature, killing it. Are you surprised though that the group did not last?
As we got like older, yeah, I wasn't surprised, because they just grew into women. So they started dating. Caresha was dating Puff at the time. JT was dating Uzi. I think JT and Uzi was living in LA. Then they moved to New York. Caresha in Miami. We them kind of girls. We my man kind of girls. So JT was at home being a housewife. She was happy with Uzi. She got a rich ass rock star. Caresha somewhere in fucking Greece with on a yacht. They was just living, two different lives. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. And what I think the misconception with people is when it comes to that, like, they still came together and did City Girl shit. They still came together, performed. They were still doing the City Girl shuffle to rodeo on stage. They were still dressing like fucking twins. They just grew up into women. It's like, okay, girl, I'm grown. I'm tired of dressing like a damn twin on stage. You got green hair, I got pink hair. Your outfit yellow. You got yellow feathers, I got blue feathers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Genre, music, changes. JT like a different sound than, what Caresha like, So I just seen that. I feel like that happened with all groups. You just grow up and everybody want to be individual. Nah. So that's where I see that going. Just us as them growing up. I'm like, y'all just two different women.
Do you feel like your girl Caresha gets a bad rap that people just...
Yes. And it really hurts me.
It does? Why?
Because it's one thing that I noticed, like, about the internet, people see what they want to see. Or people go by like comments, or what's the trending thing to say. If you see 100 comments that say Carlos is a bitch, in person he's mean. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe he is a bitch. I'm like, no, that's not true. You just go about what you see in the comments. And so I'm like, they gave her a bad rep when it came to the City Girls. Oh, she thought she was bigger than the program. She thought she was dating this person. It was this and the third. How? When she was still doing City Girl shit. She was still out. Caresha was still doing features. Caresha was still doing all the shows. They were still performing as City Girls. They did Act Bad as City Girls. Caresha put that together. Like, she was still doing everything. With you got a man, I got a man, and then we come together and do our thing.
Like all female groups do.
Like all female groups do. You know what I'm saying? And, sometimes one might want to do a feature and the other one didn't want to do it. So the other one didn't do it and the other one did. But it's like people act like they don't see that. Everybody just want to, it's like this little weird Caresha hate train. Even when it came to, her dating Diddy and now egging everybody's face, now that this stuff is going through in court, they like, now Jane Doe saying, oh, I was jealous, of her. She wasn't like us. She didn't get treated like us. Mother, we told y'all that in the Caresha Please interview. That wasn't her experience. But it wanted to go, it wanted to go over everybody's head. oh no, she's fine. She was down with that shit. No, she wasn't. Why are y'all mad about that? People, it's different strokes for different folks. Some people can come in, somebody can come into your life and you have an epiphany, or you just treat, or you just move different, or some bitches ain't tolerating what other bitches ain't going for. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, now that, you know, it was hard to witness. It was hard to be in because that's my best friend. So day after day, I had to go through that with her. She on the phone with me. Sometimes I gotta fly to Miami just to be like, you all right? And we just sit in the house. I just gotta sit there with her when all of that was going on. I'm just like, y'all just trying so hard to tear her down. What?
Do you think a lot of it, a lot of people felt that she was braggadocious about the relationship, and a lot of people
who ain't braggadocious about their man? Relation is my man, my man, my man. Everybody says that. Everybody brag about their man. Lotto, when Lotto rap, she brag about her. When JT rap always rap about she ain't gotta pay for nothing. Ha ha ha. I sit back and rub my feet together. My man buy everything. Like this is what every girl is doing. So why? Cause y'all couldn't bang no billionaire? Or cause y'all niggas is at home broken. Y'all take care of y'all can't brag. Anybody that got a good man or a rich man bragging about it. All the rapper girls doing it. All girls in life is doing it. All the housewives is doing it. All the girls on Love and Hip Hop is doing it. If you got a good man and he got a good coin, so what was the problem with that? And he was treating her different. She was experiencing things that some people might not ever experience in life. What was wrong with me being happy?
And you've been around them. So the thing is this. How did you see Puff treat Caresha when you were around them?
We used to laugh because we young. So he, good morning, Queen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was princess treatment. It was princess treatment, honestly. And so when it came to her speaking, people was mad because she could only if I be around you and you only eat apples, I can't speak on Carlos eating oranges because I don't see Carlos eating oranges. Every time I'm with Carlos, he eating apples. So when it was time for her to speak, y'all got mad because she could only speak on apples because she can't relate to oranges.
Were you and her dealing with the emotional aspect of the world really attacking her more so? And that's your best friend. And when I look at the two of you, I see one. Because I feel like you two are just like, I feel like y'all like sisters, in my opinion. Were there moments of like tears and like maybe some depression, just like, because the attacks, Santana was heavy.
Heavy. And she just a girl. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the boy, so I gotta be there. You know, I felt like a lot of times I had to stand up and be, you know what I'm saying, like that male figure for her. And then they threw me in it. A lot of people say that wasn't a relationship I go in. I'm like, you know how weird that is for me to have to look on YouTube and somebody saying that I'm dating my best friend, boyfriend. Like, y'all are what? Y'all are crazy. Like, that, and it was just completely false. So it was just like, it was a lot. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot to deal with. And I feel like people didn't give her no mercy. And it was like, for what? Y'all was just being nasty and hateful. It still is. You know? Even like, you know what I'm saying? You know, taking comments out of context and just, it was just a lot. It was a lot to deal with. That was a lot to deal with. And even though like it wasn't even solely my situation, it was a lot on me because imagine you talking to your best friend every day and she said interview, or you know what I'm saying. I had went through a spell where I wasn't doing interviews. I was like, I didn't want nobody to ask me about my best friend. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, girl, fuck that shit, bitch. I'm gonna go in there. You want me to custom hoes out for you? What you want me to do?
like she's not on the witness stand. She's not being called in. And
that's the stuff that goes over.
I know.
Why she wasn't called in? Why she wasn't involved in this whole fucking case? After y'all punished her and tried to cancel her And even when she sat there and told her truth, only even doing that interview was hard for me because I was sticking her like, you gonna talk. You're gonna talk. You gonna tell these people the truth. You better stand up for yourself. I don't give a. I'm asking you hard questions. You gonna have to answer. If you gotta cry, you just gonna have to cry. But you finna talk. You finna talk about this shit because they finna stop. Mm. And so I'm like, now that everything kind of gone away, it's like, y'all don't think y'all owe her apology? Everybody just kind of like, okay. No. As loud as y'all was trying to cancel her, as loud as that shit was, pop y'all shit down. Damn, my bad, sis. Damn, maybe you was different. Damn, maybe he did hold you to a different standard. Damn, maybe you wasn't into that, you know what I'm saying? Some of the things that shit we found out with the world. Maybe, oh, okay. And then somebody getting up there and saying, yeah, she ain't get treated like that. I was pissed. Y'all owe that girl a fucking apology. And even some of the women that are involved still picking on her. Well, some girl just came out the other day talking about real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga free Diddy. What the fuck that got to do with a city girl quote? Where's the correlation? Why you still dragging her into it? She done moved on with her life. Still getting money, taking care of her kids, being the best mom she can. Leave her alone. Hashtag don't fuck with my best friend.
Mentally, how is Caresha doing today?
She good now. Okay. She good. We moving forward. Caresha got her, you know what I'm saying, Caresha Please. She got her brand. She got her business. I think Caresha in Vegas right now. What's going on in Vegas right now?
I have no idea. I want to
go. I don't know. She had a
what's happening in Vegas, child? You know anything?
Is it a boxing match or something?
Somebody asked me today, are you in LA? I'm like, what's in LA? So you saying Vegas? I'm like, what's on the West Coast?
I think something going on. I don't know if it's a boxing match or is Drake on tour? She's going to do something in Vegas. I know that girl having a ball.
Good for her. Good for her. I'm happy that she has weathered that storm and you being by her side. That's what people need is a real friend. And when I saw the interview, I said, that's a real ass friendship. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, you know who your friends are when the world hates you. Mm-hmm. When the world is trying to cancel you, you know who your real friends are. So you are a real ass, because I saw that throughout, and you never switched up on her.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to talk about, and we can move on from that, is there are people who think there's beef between you and JT. Mm-hmm. That was a little spat that happened online before, but what is your relationship like today with JT?
I always would look at JT as a sister. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how everything, you know, came down, we you know, just went through the spat and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Certain friend groups have like little spats and you can feel some type of way, you know what I'm saying, about certain things. But to me, I will always look at JT as a sister. JT is like a little sour patch. She is Sagittarius. So she's sour on the outside, but she is sweetheart on the inside. Me and JT still text every now and again. When Bounce came out, she texted me and was like, I love Bounce so much. When her album came out, which I went to her concert. Me and Mitch went to her concert, supported her, went backstage, chopped it up with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? JT always be a sister to me. You know, you just grow. When I see her, I'm always happy, always comment, always like, bitch, keep killing shit, bitch, you ate that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the comments. I'm always rooting for her. She drop a song. I know the shit word for word. You're going to see me in the club rapping it. And you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna never be no static. You know, regardless of, you know what I'm saying? I feel like girls is girls. You know, girls is catty, and you know what I'm saying, girls have their own ways and they be being stubborn, you know what I'm saying, with their own stuff, you know, and you know, it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, you know what I'm saying, that we know that just as friends, you know, it's just behind the scenes, but it is what it is. I love JT.
Yeah. Speaking of Bounce, that record with Lotto is, booty, mm-hmm. Everything. Did Beyonce have to clear that record for you?
No. And so what was so funny was that record is from somebody from the 80s or something.
Yes. Crazy in Love is sampled by someone else.
That's when I found out that. That's when I found it out, bitch. When it was time to go through clearances, I was like, bitch, so is Beyonce gonna clear the song? They was like, we don't go through Beyonce for this. I was like, what? They was like, no, Crazy in Love is sampled from something else. So that's when I gagged, but I was just eating it up because the world like, bitch, you got the Beyonce song. I was like, yeah, the clock that. So I was happy. I was like, bitch, period. But no, Beyonce had to clear that.
Do you know if she heard it?
I think she heard it. You know, one thing about Beyonce, one thing I love, like when I see clips of Beyonce, like when Beyonce just came to Atlanta for the Cowboy Carter tour, and she did the I'm So ATL then.
Yeah.
Beyonce know what the fuck be going on.
Oh, she does.
She does.
She absolutely does. Your music career has taken off because you are releasing music and everybody around the world is like, Santana got bars, Santana releases a bop that we can rely on. Where does that come from? Like, do you write your own music yourself? Do you have a ghostwriter?
I write my own music. When I was signed to a major label, and one thing about music, but people be trying to act crazy, everybody got ghostwriters. Every fucking body. I don't want you to ever tell. I don't want y'all to ever where the camera? Right here. Every rapper, I don't care how many times they think, all right, every rapper, every singer, all the greatest, they be in that studio with fucking ghostwriters. It is what the fuck it is. Now, not to say that people can't rap, because I've been in the studio and wrote my own songs. Now, you do have some rappers that can, like, will write their own songs, but just when you get to a certain caliber, they putting writers in there with you, or somebody sending you a hook, or somebody sending you a verse, and you might have to go in and change some words, or do a little something. But Booty, I didn't come up with that hook. I didn't come up with the hook. I didn't come up with the first verse. Somebody, I don't know. I was signed to a major label. Somebody gave me that. I was like, okay, it sounds cute. I can put my sin. One thing about a hit, it don't matter who write it; it's who deliver it.
Period.
Now, Walking Like a Dog, I wrote that song. My biggest song to date, Material Girl, I wrote that whole song. A lot of my music, I write because I wasn't used to having writers. And so even when I had signed to a major label and I got there and they started bringing people, and I'm like, who is all these fucking people? I've been writing my own shit, bitch. I got me where I'm at. I'm good. And then, once you work with people and people start giving you good ideas and giving you good hooks and be like, say this. I'm like, oh, okay, period. So, but for the most part, I write all my stuff. So all of my new songs, I wrote, me and Trey.
So RCA was a label you were on, and you're no longer on RCA. Were you dropped by them?
No. What is fortunate, and praise God, we was able to come to a mutual release. It was so funny because a lot of people was like, you got dropped from your label. Babe, people don't get dropped from their label, they get put on the shelf. Huh? They get put on a show on a whole bunch of motherfucking money and your career go down the drain.
That's true.
That's what happens.
That's true.
Oh no, you owe us money. You can see it. We don't got no budget for you. We don't got no budget for studio. We don't got no budget for music videos. So people just be sitting there and then they try to go and start putting out shit by themselves and the label say, Snatch, take that down. I'm not clearing that, please. Go sit down.
So what made you want to get released from them?
I just feel like we wasn't on the same page. Now I love RC. I don't have nothing bad to say about them, but just musically, we wasn't on the same page. And you know what I'm saying? So initially when I signed, it was like, oh, we want you to keep doing what you was doing. We want you to have creative control over your stuff. We want you to do the same thing. We just want to come in and elevate. And then I think with them, they seem like the pop star that I am, that's the route that they want to go, but that's not me to the core. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say I'm a pop star, I'm a superstar. And so I don't think that you have to appeal to white people to have a hit. I think you be yourself authentically, like Cardi B did, coming out. Cardi was her, and then there's she got songs about Shakira and all this. White people gonna come to you when you got a hit.
You have Madonna.
Hello. I didn't call Madonna for that.
She called you?
Yes. Madonna was redoing, she was coming out with an album with all of her hits. And she wanted to remix them. And she was like, she wanted to remix Material Girl. I was like, what? Madonna want to remix Material Girl? And I went to the studio. Me and Madonna did. We worked in the studio together. I was eating sushi with Madonna. I didn't even know how to eat fucking sushi. And use the motherfucking chopsticks. I was like, let me take some. I'm real gal, so man. I grab my nails and pick them down. I be using chopsticks and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Be yourself. It's nothing better than being yourself. It's like 1, 2, 3. It's nothing easier than being yourself. So Madonna, you know what I'm saying, was doing the album. And she was like, I want to remix that song. Me, when I did Material Girl, I was in the studio, young, just Italiana, drunk off Hennessy and Patron, rapping about a bunch of shit that I ain't have. Rapping about a bunch of shit I ain't have. I ain't have no motherfucking Chanel's and pearls and none of that shit in it. If I had it, it came from the flea market. So, I'm like, I could be me and have a hit. I could be me and it's gonna work, Mm-hmm. And so the trick with labels, when they let you release what you want to release, which is an option, you could do that. You're not gonna get no support.
No marketing dollars and the funding behind it to make the hit.
Nothing.
Because Erica Banks recently did an interview that said for her song Busted, they had to spend $250,000 just to pay $30,000 for radio. Then it's marketing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if the label don't believe in your shit, you ain't getting no budget.
No. Now, the songs that they like, they will put out and put marketing behind it. And so it will be times I'll be like, I know y'all like that song, but that's not gonna work. No, it's hit. It's a bona fide hit. I'm telling you, Santana fans is gonna be looking at me like, girl, what the fuck is you over there doing? Or I believe you could release a song could miss its time.
Yes.
So I've recorded songs that was a hit in 2022, and then we released them at the end of 2023. I'm like, girl, that ain't no hit no more. Music done changed, stuff sound dated. Mm-hmm. Sometimes some music I might be rapping about Armani Exchange. I'm like, bitch, I already Balenciaga. I would never say that now. You can hear the date.
Yeah.
And, even to this day, sometimes people drop music. I be like, girl, they did that song a long time ago.
You can tell.
And so, if they think that's something that is a hit, and in your heart you can know that it's not, but you put it out anyways, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna just go with it because I just want to be an algorithm. I want to, have music out there, and it's not a hit, and it's like, I told y'all that wasn't a hit, but now I can't drop another song for 4 or 5 months because y'all wanted to put out something that I told y'all was not gonna work. So now I'm penalized because the shit didn't work. Yeah. And I said it wasn't gonna work. No, I got a lot of hits in my phone from when I was signed to that record label. It's just unfortunate they in my phone. But it was still an experience being signed to that label. We did what we did for each other. I appreciate them. It's always all up RCA, but I'm glad, I'm back in my own space.
You're independent. Mm-hmm. Okay. What made you say yes to Love and Hip Hop?
Zell, he needed a job.
Santana.
That's what it was.
So what did he do? Did he ask you?
At the time, I had started dating Zell in December 2022. We met at JT birthday party. And
he approached you?
It was pretty okay, so I think Zell was off of TV for a while. And when I see Zell on Love and Hip Hop, I was like, ew, absolutely not. You so dramaed out. You so messy. You just got so much going on. You always starting. You always reading. I don't like boys like that. And so when I met him at JT party, he was just so chill, smoking his weed. He had his meme mug on. I was like, oh, I ain't never seen him like that. But I wasn't really thinking into it. And so we was just chilling that night, but I kept noticing him just, being in my area, but he was just giving it was sickening. And so we had left there. We had went to the strip club. He went to the strip club. You want to come with me? I'm like, okay, I'm going to the show, whatever the case is. So I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, is he trying to do a thing? Like, but you know, he was a little vibe. So after he had left or whatever, he went back to LA. I went back to Atlanta. We started talking a little more on the phone. It's so crazy because I used to have a crush on Zell back when I was like a kid. Like when Zell first got on Love and Hip Hop, I think I was like 17, 18 at the time. He always laughed because it's a little Facebook post. I was like, "Oh, y'all see that new boy Zell Swag?"
Oh.
That song, because you know, back then I'm like, okay, they got a little butch queen on there. He masculine. And then once I seen how he started acting, I was like, oh, absolutely. And so once we started talking today, we started talking on the phone like every day for hours and hours and hours and hours. Zell ended up coming to Atlanta for Christmas. We kept dating. That was in December 2022. Zell packed up everything and moved to Atlanta January 2023.
And moved in with you.
Kinda.
Okay.
He was back and forth between me and Malaysia.
Okay.
And so, of course, him moving here, him being with Love and Hip Hop, you know, for so long, he's like, okay, shit, that's easy. I could tell him, hey, I'm living in Atlanta now. You know what I'm saying? This is what I got going on. I'm like, yeah, they'll probably pick you up, no problem. You've been with, you know what I'm saying, the people for so long. And so once he got here, you know, they did their little call. And he like, you know, I'm dancing. And they like, oh, you know, will Saucy come on? I'm like, no, I'm gonna do Love and Hip Hop. You know, that's for him. That you know, that's his field. That's his thing. That's his niche. He been on it for so long. And so I remember we was laying in the bed and they had sent him that email because I had told they reached out and I was considering it. And then I got an agency. I went WME. Mm-hmm. And so I just told him I was like, I don't really want to do that. Like I don't. And so I just told, you know, my team, I was like, child, now tell them what I want to do it. And so they emailed him and was like, oh, well, you know, since Saucy declined the show, you know, we're going to decline you. Hopefully, you know, we'll find, you know, if anything come up. And so that was like, you know, a bump in our, because we had just started dating it. So I'm like, okay, now, you know, he done moved all the way to Atlanta. You don't got no job. Ain't no nigga gonna stay up in here with no job. So, you know, it was like, it was rough, you know, dating. He was still finding, you know, ways to, you know, get him a little coin and stuff. Cause I like to be wine and dine. But, you know, that was hard. And so we broke up for a little bit. And then in August, the situation happened where him and Erica and Bambi, everybody had went to jail and I hit it right up out of
Oh, baby, you are a meme and you grabbed your bag and you hit it.
Because I was so invested on elevating Zell. Like I wanted him to change his name from Zell Swag. Like I just wanted him to just have a whole different rebrand. I wanted him to go by Lil Zell.
You're such a Libra. you wanna help your man, baby, and elevate the situation.
Yes, like you know what I'm saying, and I was doing big things, you know what I'm saying, at that time. So I was like, but I want my man to be raw like me. You know, I was really trying to elevate him out of a lot of stuff, and so I was just like, for us to just be in blue, like, and that's what I already had reserves. Like, you know, sometimes you be you know, so I'm one of the realest bitches that's on TV. When I'm on TV, it ain't no motherfucking cap. I don't play storylines. You know, can't nobody make me say nothing that I don't want to say. I'm not reading the little things.
The big words.
I'm not reading. I don't do none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not going with no fake storylines. They already know if the storyline fake, don't tell Santana because she ain't gonna go along with it. She gonna get on camera and blow everything up. So just don't keep her out of it. And so, you know, I just was like, I just wanted to elevate him. And you know, when that happened, of course, now they called for him to, oh, we want you to come do a scene. I was like, no, y'all not about to use him and pay him a guest appearance fee to do a scene or two so they could talk about, you know, Erica and Bambi going to jail. And then y'all gonna dispose him. Like, don't do that to him. Don't come and use him for the tea and then be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Once that storyline over with, bye. So I was like, no. I was like, if he finna go on there and talk about it, I'm finna go on there with him. and y'all finna make us cast members. Because, you know, by that time too, from January, that happened in like probably August. From January to then, you know what I'm saying, I had done broke up with him. We had already went through a lot because, you know what I'm saying, it was hard for him to find work. It was hard for him to find work. It was hard for him to get a crib at first. Like, you know, it was a lot. So I'm like, that's his home. Love and hip hop. Zell love hip hop. That's his home. That's his bread and butter. Y'all ain't gonna do that to him. If he finna come on the show, we finna come on. I'ma just bite the bullet, you know what I'm saying? Because at that time we had started back dating. I was like, you know what, Santana, just bite the bullet. Go on there, you know what I'm saying? Help your nigga make it. You wanna ask him for some money anyways. You wanna ask him to buy you a purse. Or you gonna ask him to pay, go something on these bills. You gonna ask him for something. So, you know what I'm saying? Why not help put bread in his pocket? So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go in there with money.
And then the shit hit the fan.
Well, we broke up. Yeah, we broke up literally.
Santana, 2 scenes. One in the car threw the chicken at you.
Uh-huh.
And
that's this last season.
Yes, and then of course the big fight that we all know, where you know it was a lot. Do you regret doing it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, like, I feel like people didn't really get to see. I feel like by the time I did the show, I was kind of over the relationship. And so that's what you saw. But nobody don't know the sacrifices that I went through being with him. Nobody don't know how much I rode for him. Nobody don't know how much I held him down. It just looked like I was a mean. You know, and I just didn't like the fact of like all that, like a lot of stuff that Zell did to me on TV, a lot of things that he said to me on TV, I never experienced that in real life.
When he called you fat and, you know, the sweating thing.
It was never none of that. It was never none of that. Like, all of my friends know Zell was like, it was like he eat, breathe, Santana. Like, it was never none of that. Even throwing chickens, Zell ain't never threw nothing at me. Zell ain't never cussed me. They ain't never cussed me out. Zell never swung on me. Never nothing.
It never got physical.
Never. It was like puppy love. It was like, oh, look at him. He's so cute.
So did you look?
It was like a little puppy dog. Like, it was never none of that. So seeing how he turned in front of them cameras scared the fuck out of me. I was like, oh, absolutely not.
Do you think Zell really loved you?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
Because there's people who think Zell used you to get...
Because of the nasty, hateful comments he used to say. About women and gay boys.
What did he used to say?
They just used to have, you know what we were talking about earlier?
Oh, so he's a talk out of
just to have those things like, like Zell, you know, Zell, you gotta know Zell, you gotta know his upbringing to know why he was like that. His daddy was real hard. Go play football, go knock somebody out, like, you know what I'm saying? That made him, you know, always like, even when you would see Zell on the show, he want to side with the boys. Him and Jonathan get into it because he and his gay and Jonathan and Bobby and stuff like that. And like, Zell, please. So, but did he love me? 100%.
Do you miss him?
No. No.
Do you have a new man?
Yes.
Where is he?
So, I'm dating a trans man right now.
Good for you. I love that.
Mm-hmm. His name is Slick. My streaming family know him. Like, if you follow me on TikTok, they know.
So talk to me about, like, how did that come about? You dating a trans man?
This is my second time dating a trans man. But this time, that's who called when I said I gotta call you.
My bad.
This time it's been more serious than the first time. The first time I dated a trans man. This one has been, you know, more serious. We crossed, you know, a lot way more lands than I did the first time. But I look at it as it's very much like dating a boy still. I'm gonna show you how he looked.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I seen him on social media.
I ain't clocking that, boo. Sickening. He's like a gentleman. He's a gentleman. He's sweet. He's thoughtful. He's considerate. He'll do like anything to make me happy. He is also an Aquarius. So he Aquarius, Zell was Aquarius, and the boy that I was dating, I dated this boy named Sean after Zell. He was an Aquarius, so I worked my way on my third fucking Aquarius. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, now. Libras and Aquarius are compatible, which is interesting.
Okay, that's why. And Caresha Aquarius, but that's that's my best friend.
Yeah.
And so he's really good. I'm scared because no, sometimes Libras be Libra.
What does that mean? As a Libra, no, tell me. I'll tell you as your gay godfather if it's true.
You know, we got a little roof in us, you know.
We do.
So I'm like, and when I date boys, as feminine as I am, boys all of a sudden they be like, "Wow, you really a man."
Okay.
You know, when it comes to
you know what's so funny? You give me all men. Like you don't put that's why I think it's funny as how like film masking. I think it's all stupid. We all interchangeable.
The thing about dating a trans man is just like biologically to the core, they still got like those female emotions.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I feel like I can't be as hard or like how I would really do a nigga because I'm like, I gotta take it easy on him. You know? Like I don't down. And I just be like, hey, if you want me, I'm like, okay, play the game. Do do what you do, but I don't be wanting to do him like that. Because we're not in an official relationship. I'm only dating him, but I just see how he handled me. Like he just try to be perfect. And he just try to do everything to make me happy. And I just gotta give him his flowers for that. That's a good man, Savannah.
I know, but I mean, Savannah, so why don't you just want to like lock it down, make it official? Are you scared of getting your heart broken again?
I'm not scared of getting my heart broken again. I just feel like a man is a man, whether it's a man, whether it's a trans man, whether it's a blue man, a polka dot man, a green man, a man gonna be a motherfucking man. And so like, I believe in dating.
Okay.
People don't date no more.
That's true. That's true.
I believe in dating for a long time. I believe in dating for 6 to 9 months before we even in a relationship.
All right, me. I need to know. I'll give you 2 months. Mm-mm. I'm a Libra.
I know that's how he is though, and that's why I grew from that. So
okay. So
this is what I tell him. He hate when I say this, but I tell him, I'm like, oh my God, sometimes you remind me of Zell. That's how when I started dating Zell in December, Zell moved to Atlanta in January. And we was like damn near living together. That was way too fast. It was way too soon. We didn't even know everything about each other. We just was still dating. And that's why I feel like me and Zell's relationship crashed and burned so fast. I started dating him in December. He moved to Atlanta in January. I broke up with him in March. We started back talking in July. We started filming the show in August. We was already back broke up by November.
That's a lot.
We didn't get the...
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So you really gotta date people. Like it's still stuff that I'm learning about him. It's still ways I'm learning about him. It's still things that he learning about me. And he like, I just wish I could read your mind just to know everything about you. I say, you know how you get to know somebody? He was like, how? Getting to know them.
That's true. No, that's true. That's true. And it's only been 3 months, so you're right. You're right.
It's already been 3 months, but he already feel like he in love.
Cause bitch, you were in love. You know what I mean?
I'm not.
You really not in love with this man?
No.
Oh, you are good. Okay.
I like him a lot. Like I'm fucked up about him. That's my nigga. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? You know what I had to learn, and I be proud of myself because we Libras.
Yes.
Sometimes you know why I can say that? Because I'm serious about him. So when I'm serious about somebody, I have to snap myself out of delusion.
Yeah.
I gotta snap myself out of delusion. If that was just a nigga that I just feel like, that's what's going on right now, I'm like, oh my God, I love him. I'm in love with him. So I can't breathe. I can't live without him. But you know what I'm saying? I really be trying to handle him with care. So I don't try to play and make him think that I'm in love with him, and I know I'm not because he's already expressed to me that he in love. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, do I love him? I don't know. I'm not in love with him though.
Okay.
I'm not in love. Now I won't say that I couldn't fall in love.
I'm gonna say this because we're the same person. The good thing and listen, that's a good thing you're doing. Real talk. You are definitely preventing yourself from going there. So you catch yourself, which is not a bad thing. You're living in the moment. You're enjoying things. You still get butterflies. Like now when he calls, hey, baby, your eyes light up. You talk about him, but you are definitely not trying to be that, because as Libras, we sometimes rush into something that we didn't give enough time to water and grow. And that's what I'm saying to you. I respect that and I fucks with that.
I cannot wait to when he see this interview, because when we was dating, in June, he was like, I noticed a decline, you like slowing down, it's different. I said, yeah, I'm doing that purposely. I said, we going way too fast. I was like, we're moving way too fast. I was like, and I don't want to crash it right now. I said, I've seen this before. I dated 3 Aquarius back to back. Me and Zell were way too fast to crash and burn. After Zell, I dated Sean. Me and Sean, I dated Sean for 6 months, crash and burn. Now I done found my way into another goddamn Aquarius. So I'm just trying to, you gotta learn. But I don't know, I'm just contagious to these.
It's that Libra shit.
It's the Libra.
It's the
Libra. I was on the phone with Cardi for 30 minutes last night. We was on FaceTime and I was talking to her, and we always be talking about our Libra superpowers. I even said in one of my songs, I don't get left, I'm a Libra. You can try any sign. Please don't try a Libra.
Yes. Are you and Spice okay now? There was a beef that happened to you and Spice.
I honestly don't care about Spice. They want us to film this season. I told them, I said, I don't mind. You know what I think it is with Spice? First of all, I feel like you took offense because I said what you was doing was clown shit, and you just heard clown shit, and you didn't really sit down and listen to that. I said what you're doing is clown shit.
Not who you are.
Not who you are.
Or how you look.
When Spice drops, she dominates the charts in the Jamaican reggae charts or whatever. She be number one. Her streams be big, her views be big. Everybody fuck with Spice, you know what I'm saying? Where's she from? Never taken away from you as an artist. I seen her perform a little bit on the show. I think she's a great performer. But for you to be that big of an artist and getting on it, that's one of the things that make me regret when you ask, do I regret doing the show, with Zell? Some of them get on there and do what they gotta do. And I get it, that come with reality TV. It does. That's not me. Anybody that don't work with me in TV know Santana ain't finna get on there with no narratives or with no bullshit or say something to get a storyline going or say something because you got to get your next 3 scenes. That's not how I work. And so I felt like the girls on Love and Hip Hop already didn't know how to take me because I was standoffish. I was standoffish because y'all do shit like this. Y'all go completely left field. The drink get to being thrown or some weird shit because we on TV. We at work. That's not how I operate. I just operate as being a real bitch. You could be a real bitch and be on TV, and people gonna see you being authentic. And so I was basically I felt like you was too big of an artist for you to be starting shit with all these making these people do a cast album dissing each other. And these ain't even real rappers. You was finna put Shakana on there. You had Zell on there. Zell he had did a diss song about one of my other ex-boys. I'm like, girl, what the is you doing? I'm like, these ain't even no real rappers. These ain't nobody that's selling no records. These is no shade to the, you know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with some of my people on Love and Hip Hop, but them songs don't make it off, don't get played for 3 minutes on the screen and they don't make it off the seat. Huh? We don't hear that shit nowhere. So I'm like, why is you out here what you over there being messy for? I'm like, you bigger than that Spice, you bigger than that program. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit Shekinah supposed to cook with. Not you. And so then I could just tell, like when we was doing that scene that day, she just was like, so just like, Zell made a diss song about you. Like she was just overjoyed with like tea, and you could just see the sinister smile on her face. I'm like, is you good? Like, y'all talking about something I don't know about. And so, you know what I'm saying? Once I was like, you know, because she asked me to be a part of it. And I declined. It just didn't make the episode when I declined it. You know, editing goes how editing goes. The day I declined the episode was the day that it was a scene where me and Zell got into it at the baby brunch. Mm-hmm. And that me the kind of didn't make the scene because after me and Zell got into it, what he was doing on Mama Hip. And so he was standing next to me when I declined it, so they couldn't show it because it wouldn't have made no sense. He just finished calling me all kind of fat bitches, fat sweaty bitches, flop ass bitches. But guess what? He right here saying, "Can we talk? Could I apologize? Can we step outside?" Yeah, but I had declined it. I had declined it then, and so I was telling her, I was like, "That's why I declined doing it in the first place because." I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? I'm bigger than that program, girl, and you bigger than that program. I'm not doing, I don't want to be a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's clown shit. So she just went out the deep end and was like, oh, I got more streams than you. I was like, oh. So for you to like hurry up and has said that, I'm like, when did you Google my Spotify streams and your Spotify streams to have that in the ball? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so when she read you with the stats, obviously she did her research and came pretty much a rehearsed read.
Uh-huh. And I'm like, but why was that a rehearsed read? Oh, so you've been, that just give me like, oh, you've been waiting on, yeah. I get into it with Santana. This one I'm gonna say right here. Because I never went in Google Spice stats. And I'm like, okay, you got that one, girl. With me coming out of a label and not releasing no music like that, yeah, the streams is low. The streams is still higher than every bitch that you want to put on this project, though. Huh? And I just felt like, in that moment, she thought she was bigger than the program. Girl, Spice, you probably, bigger than the program to them girls over here, but not to me, babe. And don't forget, when you have to do a show, we got to go on a cash trip. So you is a big international superstar and all that, but we got to get our passports to go hear your music, babe. You moved to Atlanta to be an American artist. I think she forgot that you still in Concord. Huh? Like, girl, don't come at me like don't play with me how you be playing with them other girls, because you know what I'm saying? You can't do me like that. But I didn't ever have a real problem with Spice. I just felt like even when we got to her, she was like, you a TikToker, you a one-hit wonder, let me see you walk. I said, yeah, you can quote my songs. I can't quote you. You know what I'm saying? But even still, and I see this, I like to do interviews because I can tell the truth, but a bitch ain't gonna edit me out. Even still, during the season, they wanted me to pick on her and be mean to her. When I had my show in Atlanta, One Music Fest, they wanted me to pick and be like, I got a show in Atlanta. I don't see Spice Girl. I was like, no, because I don't wholeheartedly have a problem with that lady. I never did. She just did some weird TV shit and went off the fucking deep end, but I ain't finna pick on her because she not booked at Atlanta Atlanta One Music Fest. She never is. Why I got booked 2 years back to back. But why would I pick? Why am I start picking on her now? She ain't never booked that nothing in Atlanta. She never booked that nothing in the US. You know, but I feel like Spice is a superstar. Mm-hmm. I feel like Spice is an icon. You know what I'm saying? To her people, she's like a Jamaican legend or whatever the case is. I'm not even above like filming with her this season and just squashing it because it's not, to me, it's not gonna be. And you know what I really don't like, and this is traumatizing for me being a little gay boy. I don't like arguing with women no more. When I was younger, like a gay boy, I used to read girls down so bad, get into it with girls, and I didn't fight girls, so I was always read you, go get your. That's a fact. They cut that part out. When we argued at the skate ring, I said, "Go get your." I'm tired of talking to you. It's I'm ready to go to. Let's go to the next step, and I can't go to the next step with you. Yeah. So go. Yeah. Go get a cousin, and then your uncle. Go
somebody, a man.
Go call one of them Jamaican trades, bitch. I'm ready to do it. You know, piss me off. So you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with her. Only thing that I didn't like was when she got on it, when she waited months and months and months, and then she got on the internet and went on a rant and was like, "Oh, you stank. Production say you stank. Girl, when ain't nobody never said that. Y'all sitting all right here, bitch. Ain't no bitch smell me all day. Ain't no bitch on that show never said no shit like that." So I was like, "Girl, you ain't have nothing to say about me." So she was like, "He smell it." I don't know. She started talking all kind of Jamaican shit. I was like, "Girl, not you lied on me." And then here we go this season. Now they saying, y'all saying you get fish fillet. But I don't go and spread that rumor. But that's what they said. Now on this season, I Love and Hip Hop, Gabby said, "Oh, your nigga say your pussy be stank."
That yours?
No, hers. Spice.
Oh, Spice. Yeah, Spice. Yeah, should have said yes. Bam said about Spice. Yeah.
On this season, they said your nigga say your pussy be stank. So it's like, now see how you got your ass on the internet lying on me? Now, girl, was saying, yeah, you fish fillet. So I did that. Cause you know what was so crazy? It was like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like what's unfair for boys when girls pick on us and boys respond, especially us gay boys. Mm-hmm. You a man, you a man. That's your apology. I think y'all gonna. No, she said something. Why I can't cuss her back out? Yeah. Why I said no? Why I get penalized because I read a bitch back that they was messing with me?
Because your reads hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you know, gay boys, we got superpowers. We got a way with words. Our mouths too stick.
No one can outread a gay person. Not one. And
so I didn't on the show. We had that one scene. I was asked to keep the beef going. I didn't even entertain it, not even a little bit. And then even when she got on the internet and went on that rant about me, I still didn't say that. Yeah. Today is my first time ever really throwing a little shade back at her.
A little shade?
A lot of shade. I'm on the Carlos King show, so I know.
Yes. No, look. So what's next for you? You have a hit single. You are a TikTok queen. So what's next for Santana that you want the world to know?
It's such a great space right now. I'm about to release my album. Period. Yeah. It's called Hot Sauce. Ooh. HAUTE. Hot Sauce. And so I just released Bad to the Bone.
I love that song. Congrats on everybody who's like doing dances with on TikTok and everything.
I just released Bad to the Bone. Bad to the Bone came out about 2 weeks ago. And then yesterday I just released my next single, Throwing That. So I'm gonna lead into my thing with two singles. So I got Throwing That, I got Bad to the Bone. Of course, Bounce is gonna be on the tape. And I'm just excited because now this music is me. This music is what I got in the studio. I'm telling Trey, hey, I want to sound like this. Hey, it's this old Florida song that we used to listen to when I used to go to the senior parties. I want to beat the sound like this. I want to come like this. I want to come like that. I'm back into Santana. I'm back into, you know what I'm saying, producing the type of music that I like. I'm back to sounding like what I want. I'm back to rapping about how I want to come. Even with Bad to the Bone, I was so excited that Even though I'm independent, I'm not like independent, like, these little junior cheeseburgers that got to pay their way for everything. I still have a team and a label behind me, babe. So, you know what I'm saying? I was glad that they even like the Bad to the Bone, because normally I don't get to have singles where I'm really rapping. Mm-hmm. If you listen to Bad to the Bone, I'm really popping my shit. And a lot of times my hit singles are cute face and snatch. I'm like, my jeans. Yeah, I know you got my booty, straight to the kitty when I hop off the jet. Like, I don't be saying that. They're Bad to the Bone is one of my songs. I'm like, yeah, ho. What's up? Bitch, ain't no cap in my rap. Everything I'm talking about, bitch, I'm living it. Bitch, what's up? So, I'm excited for this album. I'm excited to be back. I have not dropped an album since 2021. Wow. So I remember, I would never forget, in January, one day I woke up, I said, I'm finna go to the studio. I'm not sharing my music with my label, because even once I came out of being with RCA, my label that I have now still felt like I've elevated to a certain caliber of an artist, because I was supposed to drop a tape in 2024 called Back to Basics, because I felt like that's where I needed to go. I needed to go back to OG Santana. I needed to go back to what made people fall in love with me, Yeah. And Back to Basics, I ended up not putting that album out last year. We just couldn't agree on the songs, and the songs they wanted to put out wasn't hitting. And so I felt stuck in. I was like, how the fuck I'm back independent? And I got an independent label, and I'm still stuck in this motherfucking major label bullshit, because y'all doing the same thing. We're not agreeing on songs, and there's songs that y'all want to work, and I'm telling you it's not working, and they not working. Now y'all losing faith in me. So I said, you know what? In January, I woke up and said, I'm going to the studio. I said, I'm going to do what works for Santana, and I'm not sharing my music. I'm going to put a snippet out, and once I put my snippet out, I'm going to tell them, hey, this is a song that I want to release. And so literally, I went in the studio, I made Bounce first. I put the snippet out on TikTok, and the next day, the video already had 200 creates. So now my label I have now, they started calling like, what is that? What is this? I said, yeah, that's the song I sent y'all yesterday that I told y'all I wanted to come out. I was like, yeah, I just released a snippet to it yesterday. They was like, yeah, let's get the ball rolling on this. I was like, exactly. And I had to give myself a pat on the back. I was like, I really brought my momentum back. I really got myself back out there in music, because I was staying for a while. And then you had Spice and picking on me, your streams low, ha. I'm like, yeah, because I'm not releasing no music, and the music that we is releasing not fucking hitting. Mm-hmm. So when you ain't got no hits, you know what I'm saying? It's not, it's too much going on in music right now for somebody playing around on somebody's Spotify who ain't got no hit record. Right. So, yes. So I had to get myself out of the back. I'm like, yes, Bounce came, and I got my momentum back. And then another reason why it's so special to me is because recently I was on house arrest. Why? No one knew that. I know. I had did my fans for the game. I had got an old DUI case in 2021. In Atlanta? In Atlanta. Okay. So I got my first DUI when I used to live in Tallahassee in 2018. We used to have these trays in Cairo that we used to go see in Cairo, Georgia. So, Cairo, Georgia was like 45 minutes away from Tallahassee. Mm-hmm. So I had got a DUI in 2018. And then in 2021, I had got another DUI once I already lived in Atlanta. Me and my friend was leaving the club. We was going to the after hours. And somebody had lied on me and said that I got into a car accident and I almost killed somebody. That's absolutely not true. But we was leaving the club, and I had my AMG Benz, me and my homegirl, we flooded into the athletes. Bitch, we probably doing 100. I got my AMG. The AMG got the what's that shit called? Sport mode or something. Yeah. I done dropped that whole sport, bitch. I'm having a ball. I had ended up getting pulled over, and they took me to jail. And so this is in 2021. But anybody in Atlanta, that was around COVID. So all the COVID cases got pushed back 2-3 years. So here we is, and I had got a lawyer. We kept pushing it back, kept trying to come up with a solution. And I finally closed the case down in 2025. So the lady was like, 2 months house arrest. I was like, girl, what, Miss?
2 months?
Yes. I was like, well, I work, bitch. I'm a celebrity. Like, I can't wait until I was on Love and Hip Hop. I was like, I'm on Love and Hip Hop. I'll be having to go shoot. I was like, I'm on Love and Hip Hop. I'm not going to work. And so they allowed me to still work. So
you were able, you had a certain window of time to be out.
Yeah, I was able to fly out of town to go to work. My appearance was a part of my job. So I was able to go to the nail salon. I was able to go to the barbershop. I was able to go to the mall because I have to look like this when I'm going to work. And
you got the ankle monitor?
Yep.
You covered it up?
Yep. I covered it up the whole time. Nobody clocked me. And wow. And then I stream every day. So even being on stream,
bitch,
I stream every day, and even when you see me full body, I just have my pants. And so the reason why I didn't tell people, and that's what I want my fans to know, because me streaming now on TikTok, me and my fans is really, really locked in.
Yeah.
Like you really build a whole different community of people. And even sometimes being a streamer on TikTok, people kind of will forget that you're a celebrity because they see you all day. I'm so relatable and down to earth that sometimes the bitches be trying to play with me on there. But the reason I didn't tell nobody is because I'm a business person first. Why the fuck, as much as we hood and that's another thing too. Like I think that people don't know about me. I'm hood and ghetto to an extent. Bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a star. Why the fuck would I be promoting house arrest when people are actively booking me? When I'm headlining these pride shows.
That's true.
And performing in front of whites, blacks, Asians, Puerto Ricans. I have a huge demographic. Why would I be wrong that I'm on house arrest for somebody to say, yeah, we was going to book in the headline our pride, but can he come? Is he going to be able to make it? Even with me being on Love Hip Hop, I didn't tell them. I had told one of my producers, they messy over there. So they went and swooped the tea, and then they was like, oh, we have a new couple. Can you leave your house? I said, bitch, don't try me. I can do whatever. That's work related, okay? I was coming to film scenes with y'all before y'all knew the echo monitor was coming. So, but I didn't tell people. And now that it's over, I had a conversation with them. I said, now look how y'all did. I said, that's why I didn't promote it. I said, imagine if I would out. You know how many bookings I was getting as I was on house arrest? They was coming in by the boatload. I was performing so many shows with an ankle monitor on.
I am in disbelief. Damn.
Yeah, a real superstar, a real boss bitch. And so I'm like, a couple of people knew because being the boy I was dating at the time got into a little spat, and he ended up telling his ex about TikTok is a whole other world over there, girl.
Yeah.
We got our own Love Hip Hop over there on TikTok.
I've been seeing the little altercations, little verbal spats. I'm like, saucy baby, what you doing?
So a couple of people knew, but it was never confirmed, and I still to this day never confirmed it, but. We got call a speak show.
Hey, you confirm everything on here. Yes. Well, listen, no monitor, as y'all can see.
Ain't no monitors on me.
On the Balenciagas.
Yeah.
But look, so Raindrops, okay? Please cop the album.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce, Haute sauce.
Yep, Haute. So the word hot means fashionably elegant.
And bitch, that's who you are.
Exactly.
I'm proud of you. Perfect. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Can you do me a favor? Mm-hmm. Can you come to the Rashida concert with me?
Yes. I'm gonna marry you. Okay, pop the bubble gum. I'm saying I know me a couple of Rashida songs, bitch. I'll be right there.
Oh, Flossin, do it. Y'all be playing my girl, okay? So we are going to Rashida concert.
Who she did the interview with, right?
Yes.
I said if I see her in the scene, I'm gonna tell her. I was like, she was popping. It was like, yeah, we got billions of streams on our shit. I was like, yeah, that's how you do it. Don't let her play with you, Rashida.
So Rashida, me and Saucy gonna come and I'm gonna Saucy to open up for you, and I'm gonna host a pre-show.
Oh my gosh, now I'm opening for Rashida. Now see how